Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this bunny costume. It's super easy. So you're going to take a long dress. I just took a black maxi dress I got from Goodwill. And you're going to measure where you want it. Mine was too long. If you get a dress that's actually the right length, you don't have to do this part, but I wanted to. So you cut it to the length that you want. And I just pinned it when it was on myself so I knew what length I wanted. And I cut it a little bit longer just so I had room for the seam. And then I'm just going to even it out and take out that pin and do the same thing on the back side. Pull the pin off and even it up in the back. Okay, and then just lay it flat and even up the edges. Fold it under a little bit so when you sew it, you're covering up that raw edge. And then you're going to pin it again. You can pin it all the way around. I just put a few pins in it just to kind of give me a guide. And then you're going to go to your sewing machine, or you can hand stitch this, whichever is easier for you. It's just a lot quicker on the sewing machine. So I'm going to take the pins out and sew. Sorry, my arm is in the way. That was kind of awkward. Okay, and then you're going to trace out a little shape. I kind of eyeballed this, but you can draw it with chalk or a pen or something like that. But I just wanted to cut the back out to make it really pretty. So mark how low that you want it, and then you're going to cut a little slit in it. And then you're just going to cut from the top down, and then just match it up with that line that you made down there. And then you have a hole for your back. Now you could probably leave it like this, but I decided to put some lace on the back. So I just got this lace at Joann's, and I'm just going to measure it up and cut out a little area for where I want the lace. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to tuck this lace into the back of it, into the back of your dress, just like so. And then this part I actually decided to hand stitch because I didn't want the sewing machine to kind of bunch up the lace and mess it up. So you're just going to hand stitch this. I just used black thread and a needle. And this part took a little bit of time, but if you have patience, just sew away. Okay, and now we're going to make the bunny ears, which is my favorite part. So you're just going to need some pipe cleaners, some lace, a headband, and a hot glue gun. Oh, and some scissors. Almost forgot that. Okay, so you're going to take 2 pipe cleaners, and then what you're going to do is you're going to twist 2 of them at the very top like this, so they stay, and this is the top of your little bunny ear. And then you're going to take the bottom and you're going to cross it over and just loop it under like this so that it stays. And then you can kind of shape them however you want them. And then you're going to do another one for your second bunny ear, just like so. And then you have 2 bunny ears. Now you're going to take some more of that lace and trace out the size of the ear that you want. I just cut around it so that I had enough. And then what you're going to do is get some newspaper and put this on top so you don't get glue on the floor or your table or wherever you're doing this. So then take your hot glue and you're going to put it on here. It dries pretty quickly, so I decided to work in little sections. So I did the top half and kind of glued on the lace. Don't put your finger on top of the lace like I did the first time. It really hurts. So just kind of push down around the lace to make sure it's sticking like that. Okay, and then you're gonna flip it over and you're just gonna cut around it. Pretty close to the edge so you don't have any raggedy edges. That wouldn't be very cute. Okay, and then you're gonna do the same for the other ear. And voila, you have 2 bunny ears. Super cute. Okay, and then I decided to cover this little glittery headband that I got at Joann's with some lace as well, so just measure a piece so it's wide enough and long enough, and you're just going to hot glue it on. Okay, and then there you go, covered in lace. And now you're just going to attach the bunny ears to this. So just measure kind of where you want them, decide before you glue them on. And so you're just going to put some hot glue on. You're going to stick it on there and hold it on. I just put a ton of hot glue on there so it's stuck. And then you're going to make some wrist accessories. So I just took kind of the scraps of the lace and decided I was going to cut them up. So you're just going to cut a little bit of probably like a 1-inch strip, and then you're going to cut 2 of these and measure them to your wrist. Okay, so you're just measuring them and making them, just cutting them to the length of your wrist, and just do that to the other one as well. And then you're going to take some ribbon. This is just the organdy ribbon that I used for my witch costume. And you're just going to cut it a little bit longer than you need because this is what's going to go around your wrist and tie so it keeps it on. And then you're going to cut out 2 pieces of lace in little pizza shapes. So you're just going to cut and make sure that they're the right size for your hand. So they're going to go on there like that. So what you're going to do is just glue all these pieces together now. I just used some hot glue. You glue that to the ribbon, and then you're going to glue that little wedge shape to the ribbon as well. Just like so. Okay, and then for the top part, this one is kind of confusing, but you're going to take some more ribbon and measure it out to your finger. So you're kind of making a little fake ribbon ring around your finger, so make it a little bit bigger. Glue it on, and I made another one over there, and then you're just going to measure it around your finger and make it a little bit bigger so you can slip it over your finger and glue it on. And in the end you'll see I actually made little bows and glued them on so it looked like little bow rings. So you can do that too, and I made a little lace bow for my wrist as well. So now we're going to make the bunny tail. Super easy, cut more of that lace. I bought 2 yards of it, and you're just going to fold it up accordion style, tie it in the middle. This is kind of how you make pom-poms too. So tie it in the middle with some ribbon, cut it on the other end. So you have a little puff ball, and then I made 2 of those and tied them together with the ribbon again. And then what I did is I just went in and kind of cut it a little bit so it was a little bit more fluffy. And you can safety pin this to your dress or tie it to a belt, which is what I did. So here's the finished look. Here's my little ears and my little lace. I hope you like it.
Am I gonna